Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the Client Attraction Show. I'm your host. I'm Deborah Jackson. I'm an intuitive marketing strategist, and I help female coaches and clients put my teeth back in. I haven't talked much this morning. It's 9:30 here in Brisbane. So apart from talking to my daughter and getting her to school, I've just been drinking coffee. So let's try that again, shall we? So I'm Deborah Jackson, and I'm a intuitive marketing strategist. I help female coaches and consultants who are struggling to get clients scale to $10,000 per month in less than 4 months. And I am your host today. Every Friday morning, I go live at 9:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time, and we discuss client attraction strategies. I'm just making sure that everybody's coming on. And we discuss client attraction strategies. So I invite you to ask me questions. And I invite you to either ask me questions in the Facebook group, The Heart of Marketing, email them to me, DM to me, whatever you feel comfortable with. But if you're struggling with a particular marketing question during the week, then I encourage you to reach out to me, ask me the question so that I can prepare and then be able to answer the question for you on Friday, every Friday morning at 9:30. So I can help you start, getting rid of all those struggles and starting to help you push your business further. All right. So I want this show to be as interactive as possible, but most importantly, to help you achieve your business dreams and your life desires. Remember, I'd love for you to invite all your coaching and consulting friends to join the Heart of Marketing so that they can stay up to date with marketing tips and strategies as they come to hand. Plus, please put this time slot into your phone, calendar or diary. So remember, every Friday morning at 9:30. So for some of you it's midnight, for some of you it's Thursday evening. So, but for me it's 9:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time. So let me know where you're joining from, hashtag your town. And if you're watching live, give me a hashtag live. And if you're watching the replay, give me a hashtag replay so I know who's been able to log in and join me on this particular video. So feel free to introduce yourselves in the comments, and I would love to know who is on live and what you do. Fantastic. Okay. As you're all coming in, what I'd like to let you know is that for this week, or from today until next Friday, I'm offering this week 2 complimentary coaching calls, only for this week. And during the coaching calls, we will take a look at your struggles and what your biggest hurdles are, what's working for you, what's not, and to give you a plan on how to fix those issues. So if you want one of those 2 complimentary coaching sessions that I'm offering, I want you to comment below your hashtag and your name, okay? That would be great, and then I can reach out and we can book that time. So today we're talking about defining your advantage. The reason Oh, good morning, Caroline. Nice to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we're going to talk about defining your real advantage, right? So the reason people do business with you, and what is the real reason why people do business with you? It's not and not someone else, okay? And the real reason is the winning difference that sets you apart and makes you the only real choice. And this is your advantage, okay? So when people have got a problem and they're looking for problem solutions, what are the reasons they're going to pick you over somebody else? And that is what we're talking about today. What is your winning difference? Okay, so drop me an emoji if you agree that the winning difference that sets you apart is you. All right, and this is your advantage. So drop me an emoji if you agree with this or not. So, did you know that the traditional marketing advice will have you locking yourself in a cave for weeks, listing all your features of your business, translating them into benefits, then somehow finding that one compelling point that will make the differentiations from everyone else and could possibly compete with, all right? And, let me tell you, I studied marketing at university and then I went on and spent umpteen number of years working in corporate, just doing that, trying to work out a business benefits, listing their features, trying to find that one compelling point that differentiates them from their competitors. But these days, in the coaching and consulting world, these days your winning difference depends more on who you're selling to more than the features on what you're selling. Okay, so think about that again. In today, as a coach and consultant, the features, the difference will depend more on who you're selling to, so your ideal client, and not the features that you're selling. All right, so you need to stake out a favorable position in the minds of those that you're trying to attract. Even trying to turn away the people that are not your ideal client. All right, you have to have a firm grasp on what your ideal customer looks like. Then you can do simple exercises to discover your own winning difference. Okay, so first of all, really work out, what does your ideal customer look like, or your ideal client look like? Okay, and then do some simple exercises that we'll be discussing shortly. Remember that people who love content don't just go to one blog or subscribe to one site or buy one product. Hi, Barbara. Nice for you to join me. People will shop around. There is a plethora of people. There is a plethora of coaches and consultants. Now, when I started my consulting business back in 2006, I know here in Brisbane, Australia, there was 3 people who did what I did. 3. And I was on the front page of Google for being Brisbane marketing consultant. Today, that is completely different. All right, there's now probably 5 pages. The first 5 pages on Google is, marketing consultants in Brisbane. And that is what's happened in just 15 years. So more people have started their business and more people are out there marketing themselves. So you've got to think that people are going to shop around. And if they're, say, for example, coming back to my content example, if they love content or they love a particular topic, they are going to want anything and everything about that topic that they love, all right? And that means your advantage doesn't have to beat everyone else out. It just has to appeal to your target audience. Okay, so for those of you who are just joining, I want to make sure that you know that I'm offering 2 complimentary coaching calls this week only. And to snap one of those up, just do a hashtag your name and I'll be able to reach out to you later. Okay, another idea of creating an advantage is using what I call the Crossroads Advantage. And that is taking 2 seemingly unrelated ideas and bringing them together. So, for example, did you know that the hit movie Speed was famously pitched as Die Hard on a bus? And Clueless is really Jane Austen's Emma, but set in Beverly Hills in 1995. So you can create a crossroads advantage by taking something well known and presenting it to a new audience. So for example, maybe you offer yoga for stockbrokers, or maybe you do business blogging for vegans, right? I think you get my drift. You're looking for 2 roads that are different enough that you can create some energy but not so different that you can't realistically bring the roads together. Like, take this one for an example. The complete guide to flower arrangement for NFL players may not find the audience. So you've got to look at your audience, yes, and you've got to look at your expertise, yes, and then amalgamate them together. So drop me a hashtag if you're agreeing with this or not, if you're, if this is getting, if you're starting to get where I'm coming from, okay? The other way you can sort out a difference, a winning difference, or a winning advantage for you is sometimes you can find like an overarching metaphor that will click everything in place. So, for example, duct tape marketing. Now, it's been around longer than I have. So, when I started in 2006, duct tape marketing was a website that I went for some marketing information when I first started out. And it offers something that you can find in lots of places, right? It offers marketing advice for small businesses, but it's been around for a while. But think about the name, duct tape, all right? The metaphor itself reveals a lot. It tells you the approach is practical, effective, and not terribly fancy, okay? And it probably skews more towards men, but not exclusively, okay? So it can be interpreted in many different ways, and it doesn't take itself too seriously. So no one's ever going to confuse duct tape marketing with a site called maybe, Green Planet Marketing or, um, you know, Mama Bear Marketing. Does that make sense? Yeah. So duct tape is something that is going to give you very simple, practical, easy to understand marketing tips and strategies that you can apply to, even if it even if those tips that you learned is only to stick things together, which of course what duct tape is all about. So with this approach, you can create your own advantage just by using a metaphor to define the market, the approach, the angle that you want to take. Okay, and if all else fails, you can manage to be reasonably interesting, your advantage can simply be you. And that's what I really wanted to get to today. If you are authentic, if you are your authentic self in your business, then you have no competition. So drop me an emoji on how you feel about marketing you. Is it something that you feel comfortable doing? And I know for some of you it may not be. So it'll be interesting to see what comments I get. But just think about it. People like Seth Godin, who was, like a marketing godfather, Martha Stewart, Tony Robbins, Gary Vaynerchuk, they've all created persona-driven brands. So why can't you? All right. They started out with something fairly ordinary, business advice, housekeeping tips. And over time, they made it extraordinary through the force of their personality, their passion, their individual expression. Okay, to some degree, this strategy is limiting because the business can't get any bigger than the person who is driving it. But each of those people have learned to partner and delegate in order to create companies that go far beyond the single individual. Okay, so if you're going to create a persona-driven advantage, you'll need to keep showing up. Okay, and it's your job to stand front and center and say something interesting. Okay, it's you who provides the voice and flavor of your content. People are going to buy you. People are going to fall in love with you. But unless you're out there, front and center, all the time, and trust me, in marketing, you can't do anything once. Okay, you can't do it once and expect the phone to ring or the emails to come flooding in or the DMs to happen. To build a persona brand, you have to do it over and over and over again. You have to show up over and over and over again. Okay, it is the people who I mentioned before, you know, like your Tony Robbins and your Martha Stewarts, they showed up over and over and over again. And when you're new and you're going, oh, I should do a Facebook Live, or I should do a challenge, or I should do a masterclass, but it's also scary. Yes, it's scary. But if you're wanting to build a business, and if you're wanting to help people, all right, then this is what you have to focus on. And don't think that you have to be a radio jock personality or have a model face for a persona-driven advantage to work for you. All right, you will create a successful business by focusing on what you care about and how you can help others. And at the end of the day, the only reason you need an advantage at all is to answer this question: why you? All right, why you? You have to answer that question. Why you? Now, why you? If you're going to start your own coaching or consulting business, then you've got to ask yourself, why should anyone buy your product or retain your services if they don't know you? Okay, in this crazy world of lockdowns and COVID, and the world has changed. Now, I built my business on networking, going out and building it on networking. But the networking is now online. So you have to show up. So people need to understand you. Why are they going to buy you if they don't know you? Why are they going to buy you if they don't know, you know, whether you're good or not? Okay? What you have to offer that makes it worth anyone's time and or money. And to do that, you've got to show up. Okay, so don't worry if you don't have, you know, a radio voice. I don't. Don't worry if you don't have a face like a model. I don't. But you've got to dig deep. You know, you've got to work out, what is your vision? What is your passion? What is your drive? And mix it with your expertise. What are you wanting to help people with? So if your vision and your passion is aligned with helping people, and I mean really helping people transform their lives, then isn't that enough? So drop me an emoji if you agree with that. If your vision in life is to build your business so you can do your passion, so you can help others transform their lives, give them joy, give them love, you know, isn't that enough to be able to get you to focus, to get online, to get known? You know, once you are clear on your vision, then you have to go out and make it happen. My father once said to me, you know, no one is going to come to your front door and knock on it and say, I need somebody like you. I have been waiting for 40 years for somebody to knock on my door and say, I need somebody like you to help me, and I'm going to pay you thousands and thousands of dollars to do that. No, that isn't going to happen. All right. So, no, unfortunately, and I don't want to, kill those dreams, but nobody's going to walk up to your front door, knock on it, and say, I need somebody like you. You've got to make it happen for yourself. And if you truly love yourself, and if you truly know that you have a gift that will help others transform their life, make their lives better, help them to succeed, help them to find joy in their life, whatever it is that you do, whether it's business, whether it's health, whether it's losing weight, whether it's life coaching, whatever it is that you do, you are helping somebody transform their life. And that person isn't going to transform their life without your help. So don't you deserve to be out there so people can find you, so you can help them? So give me a hashtag if you believe you deserve to be able to help people. If you deserve to be able to build a business to help people. And give me a hashtag if you think that you are hiding. If you are hiding because, why are you hiding? Are you hiding because you don't feel like you deserve? Are you hiding because you're scared shitless? And it is scary, trust me. It's very scary. You know, sitting behind a desk in front of a computer, talking to a little hole this big. It is scary. But you know what? You've got to put one foot forward, and then the next foot forward, and then the next foot forward, and make all the mistakes as possible and highlight your vulnerability. Tell people your story. Let people get to know who you are. All right? But unless you do that, as I said, nobody's going to knock on your door unless they know that you're behind the door. All right? So unless they know who you are, what you stand for, what you can help them with, all right, nobody's going to know that you even exist unless you start getting yourself out there in a very big way. All right, your passion is about getting yourself out there and letting people know that you exist, that you can help them, that you can give them the love and the joy and the transformation in their life that they need. All right, and then when you've made that decision in your mindset that you are worthy of helping people, and if that's your passion and your vision, and this is exactly what you want to do, and you're prepared, hand on heart, to do it for as long as it takes, then when you know that, when you really know that, then you have to look at how you're going to solve the people's problems. So your first question is, 1, am I ready to get out there in a big way? 2, am I ready to do whatever it takes to get out there in a big way? And 3, then I need to know what I'm going to say to highlight to my ideal clients that I will help them solve a problem. Okay? So when you let them know that you exist, it's in a way that they realize that you are here to help them solve a problem. So you need to know what their problem is, all right? But you know what their problem is because you've been doing it already. You've been working with people already. Okay, so if you're a chiropractor, you're not just a chiropractor. You relieve chronic back pain in, say, 6 sessions or less. All right. If you're a financial advisor, you're not a financial advisor. You help people retire early on what they're currently making. If you're a business consultant, you're not a business consultant. You help companies, say, of 50 to 150 employees reduce turnover, increase revenue in less than 6 months. If you call yourself a business coach, you're not a business coach because you help people create successful lifelong careers. And if you're a nutritionist, you are not a nutritionist because you help people lose weight without starving themselves or counting fat grams ever again. Okay, if you're a life coach, you're not a life coach because you help people delve deeper into their why to learn how to be successful in life, how to achieve their desires and their dreams. And I'm not a marketing coach. I help coaches and consultants who are struggling to get clients scale to $10,000 per month in less than 4 months. Okay, so there's some examples of people's whys of how they can help. So to figure out your underlying core advantage, And this is where we're talking about defining our advantage. First of all, to define your advantage, you've got to know that you want to do it. That you are here on this earth to help people. Whether it's females, whether it's males, whether it's children, if you're here to help people, then you're not going to help people if you're locking yourself away. You're not going to help people if they don't know that you even exist. Okay, so to figure out what your underlying core advantage is ask yourself, what are your clients really asking themselves or wishing for when they wake up in the morning? Okay, for me, my clients are going, oh, I wish I had more clients. But what are your clients really asking themselves? And base your solution around that problem. Okay, what are the real benefits of the products or solutions that you'll rest your reputation on? So what can you promise with a clear conscience? Okay, so really dive deep. Who are you going to help, and what is the benefit of your help? And it could be, all I need for you to do is write these words down. I help target audience with XYZ. All right. I help people attract clients to make 10 grand in less than 4 months. I help blah with blah. It's so simple. I want you to start really simple. I help families with. I help people with. I help females with. Okay? I don't want you to get fancy. I just want you to start thinking about it. And if you were to say this to a prospect, what would make them say, oh, tell me more, instead of turning away? So remember, they'll turn away if you use your title. Okay? But if you use something, if you work with me or buy my products, you will. So if you work with me, you'll be able to grow your business to 10K a month. So what is yours? Tell me more. If you work with me, what will happen to them? What is the transformation in their life that will happen to them? So your core advantage statement should be easy to understand, easy to remember, and easy to repeat. It's using the kiss metaphor, or I can't think of the word, but you know what I mean, the kiss. Keep it simple, sweetheart. Keep it simple and then keep moving forward. Now, don't think that you have to get it right first up. I think I've changed my statement probably 5 times over the last 15 years. And I'm working with a client at the moment who has gone out and started surveying her clients and finding that how she was presenting herself wasn't really sinking in. And so she's just in the process of changing it slightly for people to go, oh, I get that. Tell me more. Okay, so don't make it too difficult. Don't make it too fancy. Keep it simple. Okay, so give me an emoji if this is making sense to you. Because remember, the strongest advantage on earth won't help you if you don't back it up with the other actions that create a successful business. Okay, so if you're sitting there going, oh, I know who I am, and I've got a really great problem-solving solution statement, and I've got a really great advantage, and my marketing looks fabulous, and I'm brilliant. But I don't have clients, yeah? Because if you don't back it up with other successful tools, like getting out there to get known, then you could have all the best things. And I remember a coach saying this to me years ago, Deb, what have you got all your brochures doing in your office for? They're not doing anything if they're not out there in the market. They're not doing anything with the spiders crawling all over them. So you've got to get out there. And I'm saying this to you, you've got to get out to get known. All right. So start doing lives, create some masterclasses, create some challenges. Okay, a couple of my clients came to me, and within 2 months they were out doing their first masterclass, and they loved it so much that they're now penciling it in to do it every couple of weeks. Because trust me, if you're coming from a space where you don't have many, a big database or many people on your Facebook group or on your Instagram or whatever, it's going to take time to build an audience. It's going to take time for people to get to know you. Okay? And the only way people are going to get to know you is by putting yourself out there over and over again. So I can't wait to hear what your biggest takeaway is and what changes you're going to make in your life from this live today. I also want to remind you that I'm offering 2 complimentary coaching calls this week. So drop a hashtag your name to claim one. And during the call, we'll take a look at your biggest struggles or hurdles, what they are, what's working, what's not, to give you a plan on how to fix these issues. So if you want one of those complimentary coaching sessions that I'm offering, I want you to comment and with your hashtag name. So that's all we've got time for. It is now at the top of the hour. So I would love to thank you for joining me today. I hope you got some interesting takeaways, some thought-provoking takeaways from today's live. And I look forward to seeing you all next week. Mwah! Goodbye, lovies, and I can't wait to hear your takeaways in the heart of marketing. Alrighty, bye for now.